The more Chantel speaks, the more she lets people into the inner workings of what sounds like her and Salah defrauding the Kuwaiti government. Chantel has spent most of her time in Kuwait trying to convince complete strangers on the internet that she is happy. Viewers are jealous because they are not married as well.
Stay mad because I have a hot man who loves me and is going to stay with me forever and take care of me. Stay mad. That's what it all comes down to. None of you have a man, hot man, and you're all jealous.
And Nader and Deedee are the only ones apparently obsessed. All while actually displaying how miserable she is anywhere in the world.
But you know what? Going back to my life, this is what it's like. This is what it's like to go back to my normal life. No matter where I am in the world, no matter what hotel I'm in, and no matter where I am.
مبروك مبروك صلاح عند شانتال مبروك ان شاء الله مبروك.
Thank you.
مبروك مبروك مبروك.
Hello guys, we just finished from the marriage contract and we are going home to celebrate
Yalla.
wedding party.
It's hard to believe you didn't have a wedding cake. A plus. It's not a traditional wedding. Like, we just made it a legal thing and very, very basic, but it wasn't very easy to do. We had to go through some loopholes. I expose myself more than anyone. Which in Canada probably wouldn't be possible. I like going places where the law is flexible. I'm kidding. You're an idiot. You're really stupid. Because I can destroy you the right way. With the law. Police bees. So, I guess if you want to hate and be a loser, you can do it. On Discord, you can go to Kiwi Farms, you can go to Charlie Gold.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new, my name is Charlie. Please consider subbing before you exit this video. You know what, after watching Chantel for years, I still find myself underestimating her stupidity and the stupidity of people who surround her. Even though she's done things like this on live stream while being behind the wheel of a car.
I'm buying somebody a Twisty Misty. Because, you know, I'm a sugar mama. Oh yeah, I forgot I'm driving. Oh well. It was just one hoot.
And also admitted to this during one of her and Natter's many public foreplay sessions.
You bring me from Montreal, so you drive high. Yeah. So you drive high.
Where's, sorry.
You drive high? If you go pick me up from one of
Okay.
two, if you lie
all right,
about
admit
high,
it, fine.
or lie about playing with
You're right, that sounds stupid.
I still found it hard to believe that Chantel and Salah weren't married. I genuinely thought if it's illegal to live together without being married in Kuwait, there's no way, Salah at least, would be breaking the law in 4K. Well, the more Chantel speaks, the more this marriage seems sus. Not to mention Salah's absence from Chantel's live streams from home are more noticeable now. Remember when Chantel said this around the same time last year?
I honestly also kind of feel less stressed coming on here, like knowing you guys don't know every single thing about what I'm doing with my life. I kind of like that, actually.
And within a couple of weeks, she was doing things like this on her streams again.
I watch him and Deedee have fun and there's no drama, and I'm honestly jealous. Like,
well, Chantel was in a mood the other day, as if that's new.
I promised I wouldn't rage, so I'm gonna try not to rage, okay? Because I don't need to lose my channel over people. How YouTube allows someone to bully me every single day and say worse things, but me, I don't get it, but whatever. They're not worth it to lose your channel, babe. They are under our shoes, especially Natur, the filthy animal. Yeah. I know, baby, you're right. Just try to keep, like, trying so hard to be positive and trying not to be negative and just ignore everything.
Chantel and Salah have a symbiotic obsession with Nader and Deedee, whether they want to admit it or not. As much as Chantel wants to point out how pathetic Deedee is for sitting around while Nader still discusses her on his live streams, the exact same thing can be said about Salah. Chantel continues to talk about Nader, write and dedicate songs inspired by him as well, all while claiming to be happy and also grateful for her husband Salah. After Chantel's stream venting about Nader, what does she do? Upload a video documenting her and Salah's courthouse wedding bees.
I'm working on a small wedding video, like, for you guys. Hi guys, so I just decided to put together a few snaps of our courthouse wedding bees.
Why is Salah put more effort into how he's dressed to watch a movie over the day he's marrying the love of his life? As pointed out by many viewers, the picture Chantel posted back in November doesn't match the puffy, non-manicured hands that she shows in her video. And the abaya she's wearing in the video is a recent purchase that she uploaded to YouTube. And the pinned comment that she had up before turning all the comments off did not help her. Even though she mentions in the video that the accusations and speculations are fine with them,
I just want to share a little bit with you guys. We went to a courthouse. It was not a religious wedding. It was just done at the court. We're more focused on the legal side of things, just being legally married, and we'll have a wedding at some point, maybe in the future, inshallah. So for now, this is all we decided we're comfortable with showing you. People will just have to keep speculating and accusing us of being fake married. That's fine with us.
she swiftly turned those comments off and followed up with a community post. When Chantel mentions having a contract in place and then having to finalize things, yes, that does come off confusing. But Chantel is also aware that the demographic for most of her audience is in America. She didn't have to share any of this at all, but she chose to. She could have added different clips from different dates, explaining the process a lot more clearly, and also not saying things like this.
It's hard to believe you didn't have a wedding cake. A+. It's not a traditional wedding. Like, we just made it a legal thing and very, very basic, but it wasn't very easy to do. We had to go through some loopholes. Which in Canada probably wouldn't be possible. I like going places where the law is flexible. I'm kidding.
What's going on? Y'all are going to jail! Period!
That doesn't necessarily sound legal. The idea that Chantel thinks any viewer or creator needs to be in a relationship to be able to comment on the things that she places online herself is laughable. And let's be clear, even if it was a creator who does actively talk about their partner or share parts of their relationship online with their audience, Chantel would still have a problem. The goalpost on what's acceptable or who is worthy of criticizing Chantel constantly changes. Chantel mentions her and Salah being entitled to their privacy about 5 different ways in that one video.
We have decided that we will not be showing any kind of personal marriage contract. Number one, that's not anyone's business. And number two, we just don't feel comfortable with that kind of personal information being circulated online. And also, I will not be sharing personal information like my status here in Kuwait and things like that. A lot of people just feel entitled to certain information, and it's just, no, we have a right to privacy.
Again, uploading and speaking about her status and the shadiness of their marriage was a choice. Chantel Marie is the one who decided to talk about having some sort of civil ID and how she may have obtained it by being an employee under Salah's company. Thankfully, Milk Tea Reacts is familiar with some of what Chantel has been sharing with some additional research. The more Chantel speaks, the more she lets people into the inner workings of what sounds like her and Salah defrauding the Kuwaiti government. I love that for them. I've been seeing a lot of opinions that I agree with, especially on Twitter, so I just wanted to highlight a couple. This tweet by Lauren reads, "The way Salah doesn't give a shit about Chantel publicly obsessing over her ex tells you everything you need to know about their fake marriage." Couldn't agree more. This tweet by Michael B. Petty reads, Chantel has spent more time in Kuwait talking about Nader than she has talked about Salah. Pretty much, and knowing Chantel, she would either deny that or claim she's being forced to defend herself when it comes to Nader, instead of simply ignoring him. Chantel has spent most of her time in Kuwait trying to convince complete strangers on the internet that she is happy. Viewers are jealous because they are not married as well.
Stay mad, because I have a hot man who loves me and is going to stay with me forever and take care of me. Stay mad. That's what it all comes down to. None of you have a man, hot man, and you're all jealous.
And Nader and Deedee are the only ones apparently obsessed. All while actually displaying how miserable she is anywhere in the world.
But you know what? Going back to my life, this is what it's like. This is what it's like to go back to my normal life. No matter where I am in the world, no matter what fucking hotel I'm in, and no matter where I am.
Showcasing her own ongoing obsession with Nader and Deedee, continuing to have an issue with any and everyone at this point, with majority of her hatred being directed towards women, of course.
What's the matter, Allah? You're mad that your wife has to work? Like, seriously, you're just mad. I don't have to work. He provides for me. You can't provide for your wife, so she has to work at a friggin' retail store. Whatever. Basically, his wife's a skank. And he's a and a big fat piece of crap.
Prior to Chantel leaving for Kuwait, a viewer did ask if she put any thought into how she plans to deal with not having the same coping mechanisms that she did have in Canada.
You won't have access to a single one of your coping mechanisms in Kuwait. Have you thought about that? How will you deal with feeling uncomfortable? Thank you for the super chat, Kukarelli. I think that my level of discomfort, I have the marijuana will be out of my system right by then, so I'm gonna be fine. I think I'm definitely if I really feel like I need to smoke something, there's shisha. I'm gonna try shisha, which is supposed to be relaxing. I think I'm gonna be too excited and happy and like in my element, like just exploring a whole new culture, to really worry about the coping mechanisms for comfort I have in this part of the world, Cougarelli, I don't think are going to be needed in the other parts of the world. Like, I need that to live and exist in the Western world, basically. That's how I feel. Maybe I'm wrong. How's my depression? Good and bad. Like, lo-fi, like, I really just, like, sometimes just lose it. You know? Sometimes I just have, like, a really hard time keeping it together. You know? I have so much black hate in my heart for this person that, if you can call it a person, that it's exhausting. But I'm a grown adult, yeah. It's just flavored smoke. He says it relaxes him. So, a little bit. But yeah, it's just basically tobacco.
Well, the shisha seems to not be working since she's still coping with food and scarfing it down during these ongoing rages.
I'm eating like Homer Simpson style, like eating cheese. I can't. I need cheese to de-stress.
Clearly, therapy continues to not be an option for someone as defiant as Chantel, so here we are.
I really do need therapy. I can't deal with this by myself. Yeah, I'm sick of you telling me to talk to my therapist, because I know I have to talk to my therapist. I'm here right now because I want to talk to my audience, because I use my channel as a outlet to talk about my feelings, which I get shamed for. As much as you hate it, therapy would be so... I know I need to call a therapist. It just hurts. Everybody hurts sometimes.
Some of what's grown with Chantel since she's been in Kuwait Is her block list, the endless amount of deleted community post rages, and her head. The symbiotic hateful obsession she has with Nader and Deedee will probably escalate when she returns to Canada. Once back in Canada, Chantel claims she plans to report Nader to the authorities again.
Really try to ignore it and just... when I get home, like, do all the reporting I can.
I find it hard to believe she'll keep any of those details private.
He's at the courthouse having his relocation application approved to move to Montreal. Yeah, we'll see about that. He's on his way to the courthouse? If he really is, I'm going to the police station right now. He's not going to be allowed to talk about me through social media, through any means at all.
With the time zone difference and Salah not being in the next room, it will be a sight to see and more to react to. Now, within her courthouse wedding video, she mentioned how invasive the internet can be.
And we will, if we do have some kind of celebration in the future that we can make public, we will. But there's a lot in my life now that I'm keeping private. And marriage details, I think you can appreciate, especially with the amount of sleuths we have online. Very invasive. The internet can be very invasive, so we just really think it's in our best interest to keep a lot private.
But Chantel continues to prove her hypocrisy with who and what is allowed to remain private. Not only did Chantel originally dox Al's wife, but she was more than okay with another creator going through their social media, seeing that they may have had information that her and Salah needed.
All right, Salah, and can you provide us with some screen records of Allah's wife live stream when she insulted Chantel, please? Because your mama did say that he did visit their Facebooks, which are public. If you don't want people accessing your public social media, private it, right? I've learned that the hard way. So he managed to catch his wife talking crap about me. So that's what this was about.
Salah's all these great things to Chantel. He's a blessing and he's supportive in every single way.
God has given. He's given me a wonderful man to take care of me, and I couldn't be happier. I couldn't have asked for a more supportive husband in every single way, and I feel very, very blessed.
Well, Salah's so supportive he was helping out with the creation of Chantel's diss track about Nader.
And then I just made it, so he sent the song, Yo Mama. He said, I just made it unlisted on YouTube. The file was too big. If she wants this to the song, I just need her vocals and I can mix it. Salah, LOL, so funny, but I would prefer it to be Nattered instead of Natter. Salah, I saw the song you uploaded, but can you change the thumbnail and put a pic of Nattered, please? And by the way, we can make a nice thumbnail for you.
So Deedee is pathetic for assisting and sitting by while Nader goes on and on about Chantel, then so is Salah. Salah actually comes off more pathetic due to them being newlyweds. Every hour they spend on addressing Nader and Deedee is time that can be spent getting to know each other, building that business of theirs, or creating better content. Both couples are pathetic. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Chantel and Nader are pretty much the same person. It's just one is slightly more dangerous than the other. Chantel continues to think she's the smartest in the room, and Nader thinks confirming Chantel's lunacy through text somehow makes him an innocent party. I was originally going to go over some of Chantel's deleted community posts, but there's a lot. Who hasn't she addressed on a community post at this point? Thank you for taking the time to watch today's video. I really wish YouTube would bring back the option to take polls on published videos. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you believe Chantel and Salah's marriage was obtained legally? Do you think that could play a part in why Salah hasn't really been on camera in any of Chantel's recent live streams from home? Keep in mind, Salah's former friend Al was very sure that they're not legally married.
Are they really married? How many times we said no?
Also, what are some of your predictions for Chantel's return back to Canada? How much attention do you think she'll be giving Nader and Deedee? And how long before her and Pete's part ways? Now that is something I'm interested in seeing play out. The process of Chantel and Pete's getting their own place and how that friendship looks from that point on. If you enjoyed any part of this video, please consider giving me a like. It supports the channel. If you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. If you are subscribed and not getting notifications, please unsubscribe, resubscribe, and set your notifications to all. You know the drill. Later, guys.
So instead of making his woman see stars, he's online talking about me again. I can't think about my channel right now. I'm dying. I don't care. My heart is dying. I don't give a fuck about my channel right now.
I got blessings falling on me. I got weapons, need no army. Stat like Tetris, you don't know me. Stat my fatty, you don't know me. Okay, hey now, it's a new kid on the playground. So many bags on me, you would've thought I would get spray ground. Now they know I don't play around. I can hear what you're saying now. I just doubled up my flight miles. Coast to coast, no they ain't in town. I get rich, watch, then I get a sick watch. Watch me hit the top, I might make a TikTok. Left hand, right hand. Catch the latest trend, I might double up my net worth. I've been going up now,